And now we're all gonna wait in complete silence as the rest of the room walks in.
11th panel ready.
I tried my best. We'll keep chilling. I don't want to get too far into it because people are still filing in. Oh my God. What are y'all doing here? Well, thank you guys so much for waiting. People coming in, thanks for being patient and filing in. They didn't tell me to start, I just walked up here. I was like, I'm probably good. It gave me like a good 5 minutes to seat, and I stood up and people were still walking in, and I went, oh. Too late now. I think we good? Yeah. All right,
Leave them behind.
we're good enough, I think. All right. How you guys doing, by the way? Yay! Thank you. All right, I got the thumbs up, so we're actually good. Hey everyone, welcome to the ProJared panel. Who here missed me last year?
Yeah.
This isn't school. You don't have to raise your hands. We clap. Who here missed me last year? Yeah, I'm glad to be back because I missed you guys. I've been to every Portland Retro Game Expo in a row since 2012. So missing last year's was a bummer, but scheduling conflicts, house flooding.
I know.
I'm super glad to be back. I'm super glad you guys are all here and didn't move on. Oh, you give me like a YouTube subscription where like I missed an upload and you guys are like, I'm out. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go right into the panel since I only got 45 minutes, so I'm making the most of it. So I'll do what I usually do, just like the previous years. So normally what I do for my panels, if you haven't been here to these before, is that I usually give away a bunch of games and stuff to people who ask questions that don't suck. Turns out when you do that, like maybe 4 years in a row or so, you run out of stuff to give away. So I kind of feel bad about that. I ran out of stuff. Until I happened to bump into a very friendly man named Chris, who said, hey dude, I got you a bunch of garbage to give away. So thanks to Chris, I now have giveaways for everyone. What's really fun about this is because it's Chris's and not mine, I don't know what you're getting. Who knows? It's gonna be great. So I'm not even gonna look. So yeah, that's what I usually do is let you guys ask a question. I try to, my one stipulation is please don't ask questions that waste people's time. Those are questions like, what's your favorite color? Or how old are you? It's like, not really interesting questions. So think of good ones. And then what I do is rather than raising hands or going up to a microphone, if you have a thing or object you hold up, that's way easier to call than just at hands. Because when you point at hands, people in front and behind get confused. So yeah, if you have like an object or thing you can hold up, that helps out a lot too. So after you ask your question, start making your way out so I can give you a thing. All right, everyone down. I didn't even say go yet. Although I really appreciate your enthusiasm. Up now! All right, I see the D&D starter set up front. He's in the front, so he gets advantage. You have 2 questions, but you gotta take the best one.
Okay. So, speaking of D&D,
yes.
You were down on Dice Camera Action.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit, like, what's it like being part of, like, the Wizard of the Coast world, and how you kind of got started in that?
Oh, yeah, so does anyone here watch Dice Camera Action? Hey! Again, you're raising your hands. Thank you guys for watching. So those of you who don't know, Dice Camera Action is a Dungeons & Dragons show put on by Wizards of the Coast, the makers of Dungeons & Dragons, and I've been doing that for 2 years? 3 years? 2.5 years. We're on like episode 113 or so right now. It's been going on for quite some time. How did I get started? I got started by D&D December. The first D&D December I did, Wizards messaged me and just said, hey, we saw all this stuff, we thought it was awesome. Do you want a care package of D&D stuff? And I said, yes. I just got like a box of like a bunch of like miniatures and some handbooks and things, which was super nice of them. I thought it was really, really cool. And then about 2 weeks after that, they emailed me back again and just said, hey, we had this idea for a show that we want to put together. What are your thoughts? Do you want to be involved? And who do you think would be good for it? And the answer was, great, yes, lots of people. I worked with, his name was Greg Billsland. He no longer works at Wizards of the Coast, but I worked with him to put together the show. I was officially the first cast member. The first person I recommended was Holly Conrad, who plays scripts. Because her and I like always talked about D&D pretty much anytime we hang out. From there, I then recommended Nate Wants to Battle, Nate Sharp. And then the only person I didn't know was Anna. Anna was like the wild card that they somehow knew. So she was brought on as like someone I did not know at the time, is now one of my closest friends. What's it like? Torturous! The DM's Chris Perkins, so... but it's incredible. It's one of my favorite things. It's given me so many amazing opportunities I never would think possible. For example, my character is Dieth Woodrow. Dieth is in the newest D&D book. I don't know if you guys saw that at all. If you get the newest Waterdeep book, there is a 2-page spread of the Yawning Portal with a bunch of super established D&D lore characters in there. And sitting at a table is Dieth Woodrow. They didn't tell me that was going to happen, so that was like a surprise to me. And so that was awesome. I got to be in a D&D book. In addition to that, Dieth Woodrow is coming to Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Icewind Dale, and Neverwinter Nights as a downloadable character. It's going to have custom portrait for him, and I voice him. So, I'm in another video game. I'm so excited for that. I'm gonna read. What's that?
Do you sparkle?
I do not sparkle. ProJared from Osaka sparkles. Dieth is sad. But yeah, like that's also just like a really bizarre dream come true because I played the heck out of those games like you wouldn't believe, and now I am in them, and other people can play as me. It's very, very bizarre, but I'm so thankful for it. But yeah, so there you go. Some nice DCA junkus for you. So thank you so much. Come on up and get a. Who knows? You know what? I'll let you pick because I don't freaking know. Don't look. I know there's a lot of PSP stuff. It's Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings for the Wii. All right, next thing. Let's go with the little white. Is that the Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollow Knight.
So, remaining on the subject of D&D, you talk about often how your characters kind of change stories depending on how you originally started with them. And I was wondering if in other media and games you tend to kind of have affection towards those same kind of characters, or if the people you're playing are very different from the characters that you tend to like in the game.
That's a multifaceted question. So the first question was talk about Dieth and how he's like changed throughout the Dice Camera Action show. Sure. Well, he died. That changed a lot of things for him, gave him a new perspective on life. No, he's absolutely changed a lot. Like if you go back and watch earlier episodes, he was a lot more fun. He was a little more jokey and kind of like more wisecracking. And as the series continued and I played more than the players kind of figured out the dynamic, I realized that all of them were really, really funny and very, very quirky, and they didn't have like the straight man. So Diaz slowly kind of molded to be more like the straight, serious guy and be like, hey, we need to get this done, let's go. Like, I did not intend for him to be leader, I thought Evil was going to be. And then she was too airheaded at the time. And so Diaz kind of slowly became the leader that way, so that absolutely changed him too. And then like from there, it was like the slowly blossoming relationship between him and Strix. The greater friendship he's getting with Evelyn, and what once started as like constantly butting heads with Paulton, to them slowly being like, hey, we're kind of the same. That's something, a dynamic that I want to explore more. And your other question was, were you asking, do I have that kind of affection for that kind of characters, or do my characters have affection for others? So that, yeah, sorry.
So, like, when in games
Yeah.
or in movies and things, like, you know, everyone kind of has their favorite character that they
Oh, yeah.
towards. Do you find that it's similar to the characters that you play, or do you have a different kind
Oh,
of personality?
yeah, I have a type. I've always preferred the more kind of selfless, I don't want to say leader types, because that's not always the case, but the people who are like kind of more level-headed and like want to, pragmatic characters, I guess is what I was saying. And that's something I kind of learned over the years. I did improv comedy for 9 years, and what I found that also taught a lot about myself was that, you know, when doing comedy, everyone wants to be funny. Like, everyone wants to be funny. What's hard to find is the straight guy. So, and that's I also grew up watching Abbott and Costello a lot. They're like some of my favorite comedians. And Costello, hilarious, demanded that Bud Abbott always got paid more than him. Because he said, there's funny guys are a dime a dozen. A good straight man, that's hard to find. So I started off like in improv comedy and trying to be funny, and I found myself being like, I want to be like the more grounded person in the scenes or in any situation. So that's also kind of changed my my taste in characters or who I find intriguing. But yeah, I also just like the guys without superpowers, without magic or whatever, who are just really, really good at what they do. Another good example of that is like my favorite Marvel hero, no joke, is Hawkeye. Everyone makes fun of him. It's like, you need to do the bow. It's like, yeah. And he's so good with it, he can hang with superheroes. and his comic line is awesome. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question. All right, great. Well, come on up and get a thing. I'll go in deep. That's a rubber band. This is Lego Star Wars, the video game for the GameCube. Some of them aren't that bad. All right, there's a big old leafy stick. Hello.
Hi, say in the past 5 years or so of Magic's history, what would you say your favorite set is?
Wow, going from D&D to Magic. This is the best panel. Welcome to the Portland Retro Game Convention. We're talking about D&D and Magic. Past 5 years, what's my favorite Magic set? Well, I didn't really start playing Magic again until like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Of course, at 2015 is when I finally got back into it, because before that I hadn't played since like 2004.
Oh, wow.
I did like Core Set 2015 a lot though. I really, really liked Kaladesh as a set.
Yeah.
Not Howard Ruin Standard,
Yeah.
but just as a set. My first ever Grand Prix tournament I ever did was Kaladesh. And I did that when I was terrible at Magic. More terrible at Magic. But that was my first ever Grand Prix, and I made it to day 2 with a final record of 11-5. I was proud of myself. So yeah, I really like Kaladesh. I just like the artifacts, and that's just like a cool thing. So I would say Kaladesh is certainly up there. Yeah, I'll stick with that. We'll go Kaladesh. Thank you for the Magic question, though, so you can come on up and get a thing. I'll dig in deep for Legend, the best of Bob Marley and the Wailers for PSP music video. Just what you always wanted. All right, holding up a copy of Mother 3.
So in
the same vein of doing D&D December,
Yes.
is there another series, another franchise that you would like to do a month of? That you-
A whole month of?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of going through every Final Fantasy game right now. Turns out that takes longer than a month. The only other concept I would have would maybe do Magic, but I don't think there's enough there for me to do a monthly series on. There's a couple other Magic video games that I already have that I do want to do videos on, but I really can't tell stories about Magic like I can D&D. D&D also has like so many weirder things, like some board games, some movies. Most people know about one. There's 4. I have all of them. Wink? D&D, of all my passions between video games, Magic, and D&D, I feel like D&D is like the only one that has like, I can talk extensively about and with enough variety in there that I think would do great. Scratch all of that. Sailor Moon. All right, coming up, man. This is the movie Serenity for PSP UMD video. There's a lot of PSP stuff. They're all kind of at the top. Are you holding up a copy of Dokapon Kingdom?
Yeah.
Is that for me? All right, who else is holding? I'm just kidding. Go ahead, dude.
Well, I'm unfortunately going to break that trend of no video game questions, but we know your opinion on turn-based combat, but what's your opinion on like active combat, like for example, Tales of series, and which one do you prefer?
I certainly prefer turn-based games over active-based games, just because turn-based uses your brain in a different way than active. It's like chess. Kind of like the same reasons like why I like playing Magic. Specifically for the Tales of series, it's okay, not my favorite. I do enjoy some of the Tales of games. Symphonia is really good. I really liked Vesperia.
Yeah!
I did not like Tales of Abyss. I know a lot of people really like that one. I couldn't do it, dude. I really didn't like Symphonia 2. Yeah, so like I haven't played all by any means. I've played some, and I'm like, they're okay.
Nah.
Yeah. Sorry, I could give you a better answer, but
It's
there you go.
fine.
All right. You still have to think though.
Oh boy.
I'll trade you. If you give me a Dokapon Kingdom, I will give you Dynasty Warriors Volume 2 for PSP. It says it's worth $30 thanks to this GameStop sticker from...
We have $90, that's not nice.
If you got that for $90, that's a good deal. Alright, there you go, man. Thank you so much for your question. Alright, let's get back, let's go on the way back. I think you're holding up is that a red hat of some kind?
Oh, me?
Way back there. Sorry.
Oh well.
What's up, dude?
This is kind of a weird question, but what's your second favorite D&D class?
What's my second favorite D&D class? Dungeon Master.
I think that counts.
I don't know if I have a follow-up. That actually might be it. Yeah, it's weird because I've been doing DCA for so long, and before that, I was like the dungeon master for my group of friends for, 15 to 18 years or so consecutively. Because no one else doing it DMs. I was like, I'll do it. And then I just made DF an NPC that kept showing up. Aside from Rogue, I always liked the more support characters that had more utility to it than rather just like damage dealers. That said, current edition, I really like Battlemaster fighters with all like the different superiority dice. I think that's cool. I also used to play a half-orc barbarian named Rife, who was awesome, who would only go into barbarian rage when his best friend got hurt. Thank you. But yeah, I honestly have not played enough of the new 5th edition classes to tell you what all the new current ones are my favorite or not. I've only really extensively played Rogue. All the ones I played like a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I'm playing DF right now, so it's hard to play other ones. But thank you. You're all the way in the back, so you gotta start making your way up. Because I'll give you a thing. Do you want a thing?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Because you got a thing. It's the 4-disc set, Season 2 of Hey Arnold. Yeah, man. All right, I'll stick in the back. You're holding up yarn. Are you knitting at this very moment?
Well, it's a cardigan.
Are you knitting at this very moment?
It's
Crocheting at this very moment?
Yeah.
Am I that boring? That you're just like. Well.
Anyway, hey, so what are some projects or series or anything like that that you wanted to do, but that you haven't done or didn't get to do? That you can talk about.
Oh, sure. What are some projects I've wanted to do but haven't gotten to? I've had a couple of videos that I've had to cancel and or were lost. PBG and I recorded 2 videos together 4 years ago. This was back when I was still living in Texas in my apartment. I accidentally deleted the footage. Whoops. It was Defenders of the Crown for NES for his channel, and for my channel it was going to be Toe Jam and Earl. I know! Would have been great! Sorry. So those are the ones I lost. Projects that I wanted to do have been canceled. No, they were canceled. I would love to do stuff on BattleTech. Cool, like 4 of you. That's more than I'm used to. Yeah, something on BattleTech, I don't know what or how yet. Or even just, if I had like all kinds of resources and space and equipment, I would love to do like more legitimate tabletop stuff like that. With like, you know, overhead rigged cameras, I can show like the tabletop. Basically like overlays showing like current stat screens with like hit points in D&D or like current armor damage in BattleTech, like all real-time stuff in there, and like added in like sound effects and stuff, so it's still like really interesting to hear while you're listening to stuff being narrated and like can see the board and all that. I would love to do stuff like that. Costs money. I'm slowly getting my friends interested in that kind of stuff, so I can slowly weasel them into that. But yeah, it's a lot of this logistical stuff that's a huge pain that I haven't quite figured out yet. And it's also a lot of work. At some point, I just need to hire like 3 people to do that. Hi, Todd. But yeah, thank you for your question. I'll give you a thing. Don't let her have it, though. I'm just kidding. I'm just digging around. So, oh, you get Lego Star Wars 2 for the GameCube. There you go, dude. Thank you very much. All right, we got Link holding up his sword. Sorry, Link. So who knows what you have, really?
Collabs on your main channel.
Would I ever do collabs on my main channel? Yeah, if they can give me subscribers. What's up, bro? You want to do a video? 100,000 subscribers. What do you got? Fork them over. Yeah, like I just said, I tried to do some more with PBG that I accidentally lost. I just saw Brutal Moose yesterday, and we already talked about like 3 video ideas that we want to do. One of them may or may not be Yu-Gi-Oh related. So yeah, like we want to do that stuff for sure. I wish I had like more toys, like iconic toys I used to play with that people kind of recognize. That would be just fun just to goof around with it, because then I would totally do a video of Chatronic of just me and him. Like I would just tell him, like, roll camera, we're just gonna play with toys for 40 minutes, and then see what comes out of it. I would love to do that because I think that would be a lot of fun too. Other main channel stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm always open to it. It's just, again, it's usually logistics that comes down to it. Like, a lot of times what I do is like a lot of crossover videos. I always want the person there present with me. Rather than like, I'm gonna send you the script, you just say the lines, we'll edit it together. I think like having the 2 people in the same room, actually like feeding off each other and having that dynamic is really important. So that's why there hasn't been a whole lot, because it's trying to get that to work. Yeah, thanks for your question, Mike. Come on down from your randomized map for a, ooh, what is this? Ooh, it's Cruisin' Exotica for Game Boy Color. There you go, dude. Oh, you made this?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thank you. All right, Mario Odyssey hat.
Oh, yes. So what's your favorite shipping? And it can be from anything really, like from a game or anime.
What's my favorite ship?
Shipping, like a pair.
Yeah. My favorite shipping. My favorite ship. So many. Sailor Mercury X Me. Terra X Salis X Me. Twilight Princess Zelda X Me. Sarah Angel X Me. What are the ones I really like? Anyone watch Legend of Korra? Julie and Varric. Love them. That's them too. Other more legit ones, Locke and Celis. Absolutely love. Yes. I don't know if I can really think about ones at
What
the
about
moment.
Yuri and Victor from Yuri on Ice?
I've never seen the show.
You have to.
Sorry. I had a really good gay ship, and I can't remember what it is. It was so good. Like, they're perfect.
Jam and Earl.
No. No, it's not Tony and Earl. Don't want to see that. How? No. I'm gonna say no to that.
You and Dan.
No, not me, XDF. DF X Happiness? AKA DF Extras.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope any of those suffice.
Oh, they're all perfect.
Okay, good. Alright, come on. Get you another thing. Since you asked about ships and anime, you get Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. On PSP UMD video. Alright, the Pokemon backpack right here. What if?
So all these questions about D&D and stuff, I don't really play or anything. So what do I gotta do to kind of like start that kind of stuff up? Like,
What do you gotta do to start playing D&D?
yeah.
Ah, man.
Like where do
If only someone made a video about how to get started on D&D. Like, man, if only you could search YouTube for a really cool guy's channel during some sort of festive D&D related period of time.
Keep bringing it right.
I legitimately do have a how to get started in D&D video on my channel. So if you haven't seen that, get that a watch. That's the best way. There's introductory kits that you can get. Find friends. Find random groups online. There's always people just look like, we just need someone else to check it out. You can play online. What? What's that?
Setup work, like writing out like stories and stuff?
Yeah, I even have videos about let's make a character. So there's stuff like that in there. So I have, and then not just myself, there's plenty of other YouTube channels that do a lot of how to get started in D&D, or how to make interesting characters, or how to play, or figure out the math involved, etc. So there's a lot of resources on it. I really recommend YouTube. I've done a little bit. Critical Role started doing a lot of introductory stuff too, so check those out.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you, man. I'm glad you're interested in D&D. People interested in D&D get stuff. Such as the exact opposite of D&D. For PSP, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Stories. Yeah. All right, let's go with the. I can't tell what it is. It's some kind of purple-looking notepad.
This is a book called Press Start to Translate. On a horribly translated version of Final Fantasy IV with Google Translate.
Bad.
Serious questions.
Yeah.
First, do you still have the Sailor Mercury costume?
Oh.
Yeah.
Worst sponsorship offer you've ever received?
What's the worst sponsorship offer I've ever received? I've never. No, I don't know if they're. I don't know if I've had terrible ones, but I'm sure they had some weird ones. I'll try to go through these. I actually tried to get the sponsorship deal to happen, but they wouldn't bite. I was approached by a website that produces a lot of adult anime video games. The website's called Nuttaku. This is very real. And they said, we think our games should be really good match for your audience. And I was just like, go on. I'm in. Because I really wanted to play it to see how Miss Editor would react. But sadly, that deal fell through. And then, no joke, 2 days later, I got 2 emails from 2 different people saying, I represent Nuttaku and we really think that you'd be a good match for your channel. And I was like, what's the truth? What do you want? So that's one of the weirder ones. I don't know if it's the worst, but porn games. What about that? All right, come on up, man. This is, PQ, Practical Intelligence Quotient for PSP. Thanks, man. All right. Let's go, I can't tell what that is. It's a Breath of the Wild Switch case. What up, dude?
You used to work at a video game store, correct?
Yeah.
So aside from the really early stuff like name tags and such, did your experience working there have any direct impact on the videos you decided to do?
Oh, so he's asking, working at a video game store, did that ever have a direct impact on the kind of videos I want to do? Yeah, I mean,
even just a particular video.
Yeah, already a particular video? The most obvious answer was my original series name tags. Which if you haven't seen, good. It was the first internet thing I ever did. It was a 10-episode series I made in 2007 about working at a GameStop. Because at that time I was working at a GameStop. And it was basically making fun of the different stereotypical customers that always come in. The one guy walks in, he's like, "What's up, bro? You got Madden and Call of Duty? What's up?" Making fun of those guys. Or at the time, everyone was asking for a freaking Wii, so it was making fun of the guy who always asks for a Wii, even though there's a giant freaking sign that says there are no Wiis in stock, but they still ask. I did get to put it into the show, but I had a bit where a guy I was going to have a dad who's like, buy Grand Theft Auto, and I say, you realize the game's rated mature for, violence, sexual content, drugs, blah, blah, blah. And he says oh yeah, it's okay, she's played plenty. It would pan down, she's like a 4-year-old girl. Just to make fun of the parents who don't care. So yeah, that absolutely, working there was my jumping off point for making internet videos. And what was really cool about that series is that even at that time, in 2007, I was trying to push the idea that internet videos could be more than just meme videos or skits or jokes. Because I was still trying to push forward actual stories, character development and emotional poignant moments. I don't know how well it worked, but I was still trying for that and kind of trying to push those limits over 10 years ago. So I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, for me. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, working at a game store, maybe make name tags, and basically taught me how to make videos for the internet. So, yeah, thanks, man. Come on up. Do I have more PSP stuff in here? There's so many. I'm just going to start going through all of these. It's Twisted Metal for PSP, though. That game's legit. There you go, man. Thank you. All right, let's head over to the left. You got a GameCube. That's rad.
So, my question is, as the mainstream game industry, if you ask me at least, have been moving away from more traditional RPG to be more action looters, look at Fallout, for example.
Yeah.
Would you say you've been felt more disenfranchised with the mainstream RPG game? Obviously, there's examples such as Pillars of Eternity on the side.
Yeah, I gotcha. So, because how most RPGs are becoming more action-oriented, am I feeling more disenfranchised with them? Well, yeah, Final Fantasy. Yeah, but in general, a lot of the newer, big RPG games, I don't really play or enjoy. I did not like Fallout 4. I couldn't do it. It was, I mean, that's not really a fair answer because Fallout 4 wasn't an RPG. But yeah, the RPGs I have been enjoying have been not the big budget AAA stuff, but like the smaller ones. Stuff like Divinity 2 Original Sin was freaking incredible. Pillars of Eternity is also excellent. Like Octopath Traveler came out, which was fine. I didn't love it as much as I would, but I love like Bravely Default. Like I love those series. So yeah, like a lot of like the smaller kind of, not the big budget RPG stuff. Like those are two. Yeah, like you said, like get everyone rather than be like, let's just make a good RPG. So.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
Yeah.
Skill instead of, hey, let's think things out.
Yeah, so yeah, that's right there with you. Like, yeah, I don't enjoy them as much anymore, so I just go for the smaller games.
Yeah.
Speaking of smaller games, you get a physically small game of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. There you go, dude. Alright, you're holding up a drawing of some kind, and then you're getting a review, so review.
This is for you in just a second. So,
Oh, alright.
The big question that I really want to ask you is, what is your favorite video game console of all time if you had no choice but to choose, right then and there?
Right then and there, like gun to my head, what's my first
Yeah.
favorite video game console of all time?
Yeah.
Super Nintendo. I do consider that to be the console that defines me who I am as a person. As a gamer too, I guess, but yeah, like I started on ColecoVision, and then like got NES almost immediately afterwards. And I played a lot of NES, but it wasn't until Super Nintendo when I started kind of seeing games and like, oh, there's like more here than just like this is fun. Like there's heart to it, and that's why I really started kind of getting hit that springboard, like really digging in deep into RPG games. So. And that's something I do every year when I come to Portland Retro Game Expo, is I'm trying to get a complete Super Nintendo collection. So I'm trying to get all the games, all the manuals, and all the boxes. So if you got any laying around that you don't want, yeah, so that's like my fun collecting that I do at Portland every year, is just finding Super Nintendo boxes and manuals. Yeah, that's yes. Thanks, dude. Do you want a last PSP thing? No, it's a curtain! Oh, there's two PSP things left. I'm sorry. You can have this one. It's another movie, though. It's The Matrix. And this is art for me. First off, it's Sailor Jared. With Sailor Peeb. And Sailor Joof, but... Oh, it's Gerard? With Mars's bow?
Sailor Mars got a board.
Yeah, I got it. That's awesome. I am the hottest one on here. Yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Alright, hold up GameCube controller.
Do you think you and Hiker are doing more couple cosplays?
Would I do more couples cosplays? We have several planned. I don't know if anything will happen though, mostly because they basically require making two costumes, and it's already hard enough to make one. Plus, then if I'm like cosplaying at the same time, then no one's holding her stuff. And that's the hard part. So nothing really planned at the moment. Like, yeah, like we had like ideas bounce back and forth, but. It's more like, this would be fun, but I don't think it'll happen though, sadly.
What kind of stuff?
What kind of stuff? Well, we wanted to wear a Vagrant story once again, and get a proper photo shoot for that. Vagrant story? Yeah. Alright, thank you. She really wants to do Terra from Final Fantasy VI, and I love Locke, so we wanted to do that as well. Yeah, just those. Alright, come on. Alright, we've only got a few minutes left, so I only got a couple things left, so I'll try to go through these a little bit faster. Last PSP thing, virtual tennis. World Tour. Alright, Jigglypuff. Go lightning round, fast as possible.
So I bought a 3DO today. What's your favorite kind of lesser known system? Kind of going off that earlier.
Not a 3DO. What's my favorite lesser known console?
Yeah, just like more obscure.
Oh. I mean, the ones that aren't known for a reason. They're bad. Dang, dude, I don't know if I got a good answer for that. I guess not really like necessarily unknown, but I like the Sega Saturn. There's actually a lot of really cool RPGs for Sega Saturn. Yeah, I would probably say Saturn. So yeah, come on real quick. All right, we'll keep shooting these real fast. You got the Final Fantasy box. I'll hit you up. Real quick though. Oh, nice. You got season 1 of Hey Arnold. We could have a watch party later.
Like late fan mods kind of.
Yes.
Randomizers. Would you ever consider doing that for Pokemon?
Would I ever do a Pokemon randomizer? Or fan mod? I own 3 of them, and maybe. I have like actual reproduction cards for. I did do a Nuzlocke for Darkrai. It ended horribly when I was level 17 and got paired against a level 35 trainer. I got one of them though. But I do have a couple other ones that I like have on the back burner. It's like, oh, maybe someday. I haven't ruled them out. Nothing set in stone, so maybe. All right, come on. All right, I think I'll open a couple things. Just kidding. There's one more PSP thing left. It's Family Guy. All right, over here, case and hat.
Yeah.
What up?
So with Smash Ultimate coming out soon, I'll just ask the simple question: what character would you like to see playable in Smash Ultimate?
What? Man, to be honest with you, I don't care. Yeah, I stopped having fun with Smash. Like ever since the competitive scene and like the tier lists and stuff came out, and people like stripped away all the elements of Smash Brothers and just said no ends, Final Destination, Fox only, which is a fun way to play. Like I see those matches, like, they're crazy, like they're awesome to watch, but that's not super fun for me. I still just name Link. Before Smash Ultimate, when they first introduced the concept of guest characters, the one that always said was Simon Belmont. And Simon Belmont is showing up, and I love that it's like American Castlevania 4 Simon Belmont, and now weird PS1 remake Animu Simon Belmont. So I love that version is coming out. So I'm excited to play Simon Belmont. So I'll go with that. All right. For your Smash question, it's the final thing on GameCube. There's no box for it, but it's Pikmin 2. Yeah. All right. You got the Pokemon thing?
Alola and Vulpix.
Alola and Vulpix. Oh, I saw a cloud creature. What's up?
What in gaming, concept, console, technology, anything coming up on the horizon most excites you?
What? Oh, gaming-wise, what's coming in that most excites me?
Yes.
The Resident Evil 2 remake. Resident Evil 2 is the only Resident Evil that I actually played through on PS1 until Resident Evil 4, and then I kept up the series. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. I definitely want to do that in the gameplay channel because I really like doing 7 on there, and I think 2 would also be super fun. All right, I don't have any more stuff for you. Sorry, so we'll keep rapid fires and items here. Okay, yeah, you have this. Come on up. Congratulations. For Nintendo DS, it's the Jonas Brothers. I don't know. You're holding up the Dungeon Master Guide.
As a DM, have you ever, or like, what's your favorite NPC that you have ever come up with?
As a DM, what's my favorite NPC ever did? Jeff Woodrow. No, one that I always thought was so super fun to do was the players had to go into like basically like the lord of the town's house, and there's just like the most obnoxious receptionist ever. Where basically like everybody sitting at the table and just be like, yes, you have an appointment, and like yes, we're here to see Lord blah blah blah, and I would just say like the receptionist looks down and she's got like a pen and quill and an ink and just a stack of papers, and she starts flipping through it. I don't see you on the list. Did you ever? I would do that for like 20 minutes. Just to see like how long they go before like they break. And the best part is that later on in the adventure, like 3 sessions later, they had to go back. So, that's why I enjoyed it. Alright, one last question, and then we're gonna finish it off. It's a bag on a stick. I don't know.
You played some pretty obscure games like High Seas Trader, Carmen San Diego, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where's the inspiration to play like those sort of? I know that they're games you played as a kid, but how do you sort of come up with the ideas for those kind of videos?
Oh, for like old PC games?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, for a lot of videos, any video I make for ProJared, I always have some kind of personal connection to. It's always some kind of story with it, like here's the thing that I kind of got personally involved or how this happened. I never just want to like hear about like a bad thing and be like, look at this bad thing. Isn't this movie bad? Isn't this game bad? Look, look at it. Isn't it bad? Look. And like a lot of videos are that, and I don't want to do that. I always try to be like, here's what happened when I experienced this. Did this happen to you? So, and that's how a lot of the PC games and stuff like High Seas Trader, Scorched Earth, Carmen San Diego. I want to do other ones on games like Deathgate. Okay. 30,000 views, here we go. Yeah, so there's like a lot of other old, like, more obscure PC ones, so. Well, the inspiration from that is like, oh yeah, that game. That was a weird, fascinating thing to talk about, because they're so experimental then. So it always comes down to what kind of stuff I think is interesting, and more importantly, what can I even still get to friggin' work with modern technologies? Because that's the hard part. The only other one I would really want to do is Daggerfall. Elder Scrolls 2. Yeah, it is. Like that one is currently playable, so I would do Daggerfall if anything else. Or the Magic game again, it's so fun. Alright, that's it for me, everybody. Thanks so much for coming to the panel. I am doing an autograph session in the autograph area right after this, so feel free to come on by and meet me there. Otherwise, have a good rest of the weekend.